Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 110, Justice League movie review. Is that how you spelled league? I feel like you spelled that wrong.
That's correct.
That's correct.
I just spell wrong. All right. Yeah, it's fine.
What, there's an umlaut somewhere that's missing?
Yeah.
Words on paper confuse Ken.
Anyways, thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, if you could type it out properly, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at KF Podcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter. No, don't shut the TV off. and just Google us at Ken Frederick Podcast, and we're on other social media.
And check us out at Hooked on Phonics and SpellingBeeChamps.com.
But really check us out on SoundCloud because we have fresh new podcasts every week. And yeah, so we have a full house.
Introduce him, Ken.
Some old faces and some new faces. We got to my left, Donald.
Hello.
Todd.
Booyah.
Justin.
Yo.
Lance.
Hey.
Hey, my nephew Zachary's here.
Hola.
Adam.
Hello.
And Mr. Robert.
Hey.
And then it comes back to me. So no Brock this week. That's because I have the best intros ever. When Brock's not around. I did listen to that episode, Brock.
Brock's at the Steeler game with his lovely wife. He said he took a night off.
So we saw Justice League.
We have guests.
We have guests. So we're going to go around and give a quick non-spoiler review. And something you liked, just talk about it a little bit. So Dawn, why don't you go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, set a tone.
Oh, I'll set some tones for you then.
Some def
As I
tones.
forgot to start.
Mr. Big Baller buy out a whole row of the movie
I did buy out
theater.
a whole row for this movie. My parents were there. Family was there.
We had 2 extra seats.
We had 2 extra seats. It was a ticket. It was a ticket debacle. Is what it is. But the best part is that I totally scammed that theater because all those free passes I had were for matinee movies that I bought, which were $8 a ticket as opposed to the $13.
Oh, so you're just making money on all of us, Mark.
One of your viewers who works there is now.
I don't care.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah, sticking it to the man. All right, so my non-spoiler, I'll make it quick since we have a lot of people. I like this movie. I liked it a lot. It felt like there was some stuff that was cut out of it, but I've been waiting a long time as a big Justice League fan to finally see Superman and Batman, Wonder Woman in the same place at the same time. And you didn't get much of it because we'll get into that a little bit with the spoilers, but I really enjoyed it. I felt it went really well. It was good, told a good story. The villain was good. The action was good. It was much more colorful. It wasn't as funny as they didn't Thor it and make it super funny, but they did enough humor. It was much better than Batman vs. Superman. And I look forward to talking about it some more because there's a lot of good things I liked, a few things I didn't like.
All right, Todd.
Going in, I was a little worried that I wasn't excited for the movie, and I've been looking forward to a Justice League movie since the first Batman in '89.
Mm-hmm.
But I was pleasantly surprised. I did enjoy the movie. It's not perfect. Tonally, I think they got the humor and seriousness that they walked that line just right. I think. Get into some nitpicks and stuff like that when we get into spoilers.
Cool. Justin.
I really liked it as well. I noticed visually it was more colorful. It was a little bit brighter than either Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. I kind of enjoyed that. I liked the fresh look. I thought it was paced pretty well. Other than a couple other people mentioned that. You could tell there was some stuff cut out. There were a few things that moved very quickly, but overall I thought it was pretty well, pretty good, steady, quick pace throughout the 2 hours. So I'm happy with it.
Cool. Lance.
I liked it. It, like others said, it suffered from some clippiness, but all in all, meshing those heroes together and actually making it a cohesive movie is a hard thing, and I think they did it well. And I think Jack Kirby is having the best month ever.
Yeah, he is.
Zach, thoughts?
I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was better than I expected. Like everyone mentioned, you could tell that parts were cut out of it. But overall, I thought it was decent.
Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in line with pretty much all the thoughts here. It was good. It wasn't great. There was a lot of problems with it, especially in terms of editing and pacing, which was most likely due to the 45 minutes that was cut from the film, or allegedly 45 minutes. Overall, I think both Zack Snyder and Whedon balanced these characters pretty well. Everybody got a little bit of time to shine, but overall, good, not great.
Last but not least, Rob.
I kind of went into this movie pre-disappointed just because of some of the online articles within the last couple of days where the reviews were leaked and everything like that, and it was like, okay, well, going into it pre-disappointed, and I wasn't disappointed. Some of the articles said, it's confusing. I wouldn't say it was confusing. I think that's a wrong word to use.
Yeah, I don't know why
I would
people
say it's confusing if you don't have a foundation.
Right.
On some of these.
It's a base level. Bad guy wants to destroy the world. Good guy stop him. There you go. The end.
So yeah, don't read the reviews. See for yourself. I
Just
enjoyed
listen to
it.
this review.
Yeah. This is the only thing you ever need to listen to.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Ken, go ahead.
I mean, I feel the same way about everyone else. Wasn't blown away by it. I didn't hate it. Thought this was a lot better than pretty much any other property they've put out so far. Every time they're getting better. So I just had I had some issues with certain characters, and I missed the core Justice League. I wish it was longer. I wanted the Trinity to be more of a forefront, not until the last 10 minutes. So,
Spoilers, but yes, absolutely.
well, I didn't. Yeah, whatever.
No, I agree with you. I think you're absolutely right.
All right, time to get into
all
the
right.
meat.
Justin, would you like to?
Which this movie does not have.
Be quiet.
Spoilers.
All right, so we'll go around again.
Oh, we're going back to me again.
Yeah, why not? You haven't talked in a while.
All right.
You don't talk enough, Don.
I don't talk enough. We don't suffer from that on this show. So the best spoiler part for me, I really enjoyed the scene where they showed where Wonder Woman explains where Steppenwolf came from, and they show you the Amazons and Atlantans and all these different people together, because you got a big, good Green Lantern scene in there, which I was hoping there was Green Lanterns in this
Full
movie.
geek mode for that.
And I wanted more, but I'll take what I got. So I thought they did the Green Lantern scene. It was brief, but it was cool. The ring falling off him as he gets killed, and kind of like searching out leads to whatever, it leads to lots of stuff. I think they showed, we talked about this when we were waiting for our food, I think they showed all the different Greek gods that make up Shazam. I think they were all present like there. You saw somebody with lightning, you
Zeus,
saw different people like that. So I think they had like a mixture of like, they could go, I think like when they do the Shazam movie, they'll tie in that, they knew who Apokolips was and all that stuff too, because they were involved. I think the presence of the Shazam wizard was maybe involved.
But
in
if
that
they're
battle.
dead, how can Shazam get the powers?
Well,
Allegedly dead. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, he gets his powers from, I don't know what, the Rock of Eternity.
Yeah.
And like their power, it's their power. Are they ever really dead? They're gods. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
The resident energy.
The resident energy. He gets
Surrounds us and
he gets the
binds us.
wisdom
There you go.
and all that. So I think when Shazam
midichlorians.
is brought into this world, Captain Marvel, that he will have knowledge of this as well too, of Darkseid and that stuff, and be connected
After
to
this
him.
event, yeah.
So I like that part, and I'll let everybody else.
Todd.
Right off the bat, when they started off with Batman, that scene reminded me so much of Batman '89. The tone of it, I'm sure Elfman's music helped.
It did.
I had an issue with them letting that guy go.
The guy that was
Like the guy
robbing
that,
the...
yeah, it's just like, all right, and he's just like, I don't know if Batman would just be like, oh yeah, please tell me a diatribe about why you wish Superman was back. Like it just
It was a
bothered
little
me.
weird, but he was
Yeah.
just using him as bait to get.
Yeah, he was,
get
but
more
it
parody.
It just was weird.
It did feel good like that. I like the movement of him, the way he was going around the buildings.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
a Batman movie looks like that, I'll be really pleased.
Yeah, that's the
Imagine
sign
if
of things
they-
to come. I'm going to be pleased
Yeah,
with that
Looked
Batman
incredible.
movie.
Imagine if they had a Batman that actually looked like Batman doing those moves. Because I don't think Ben Affleck looks like Batman. in this
Yeah,
movie.
Batman,
What
you
am
think
I-
he looks like
I
Batman?
I think Batfleck actually redeemed himself.
Yeah, I think
It's
Why
just
don't you
something-
think he looks like Batman?
I just feel like something about him looks weird. And
I think he's one of the bigger looking Batmans we've had.
He does.
You know,
he's got the padding on there to make him look tough.
I hated this guy from the beginning. I didn't want him to be in it, and I can say, I eat my words, I love him as Batman.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the voice too.
He's won me over.
The modulated voice,
Yeah,
right?
it's
absolutely.
perfect. It's smart.
Yeah, he's great.
Cheese.
I think probably one of my favorite parts was
The card placement ads for Wonder Woman and Batman.
well, yeah.
Ooh, I'm buying that.
Ooh, that BMW, I want it.
Shut up. Flash. I actually really enjoyed Flash in this. I thought he had that young, kind of naive approach to the character.
It's like Spider-Man.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly how old he's supposed to be in this, but
He's young.
he's young, but
yeah.
not Spider-Man young.
No, 20s, early 20s probably.
But just some of the facial expressions when he's first going after Superman. And
Oh my
Superman,
God, that's-
like he's going like light speed, and Superman just kind of turns his head and looks at him.
That might be the funniest moment in the movie.
look on his face is just
Yeah.
oh shit.
Priceless. So good.
I thought I was worried they were going to make him too goofy, but he's actually really smart and had some stuff that impressed me. He's going to get his job. It's much more the evolution.
And
of
then
him.
they showed, like when Bruce tells him, save one. Well, then what do I do? You'll know. And then when they get to the point where they're getting ready to bring Clark back, and he's like, I can handle this. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, just says, I'm ready.
And he
Let's
was
go. So I think from spoilers, I think Flash was my favorite part.
Did you notice the CW theme, the light? It was a version of the CW Flash theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever Flash did
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
It was a nice nod, which is to say by the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Although I will say that the Flash running, I actually like the graphics on the WB's version.
Yeah, me
better.
too. I as
CW.
well.
At the very end, his arms were going weird.
Yeah, the
They
arms
were
they
really
were a little weird.
weird.
Yeah.
He looked
That's
gangly,
happening.
and his
They're
legs were
weird.
so far apart.
I noticed
I
that too.
really-
He was running really weird.
But like
thing is-
the movement kind of threw me, but I liked the lightning.
I like the
liked
lightning,
here's the
too.
thing.
how he came in and he
Yeah.
Todd said this reminds us more of a Wally West, and Wally West has
It's
blue lightning.
it's almost like a mix of Wally and Barry. It's
Yeah.
not a straight.
Speaking of Wally
Barry.
West, when he had his fake ID, did it say Wally West on it?
You know what? I didn't get a
I
good
didn't-
look.
I
When
didn't
he
know. I'll
had
have
the
to look
fake
at it.
I'll
ID,
have
he
to
was
look at
breaking
it.
into the LexCorp building with that. I thought his ID said Wally West.
You know what, if I
I'm
watch
not
it again,
sure,
I'll have
but
to check.
I think
I wouldn't be surprised.
Lance.
yeah.
I'm going to be the unpopular one.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say I actually liked Aquaman.
Oh, I loved Aquaman.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Because
like
he has
it
the same
too.
eyes as you, so you're
Well, yeah. We're the same block,
Hungry
yeah.
eyes.
What would you like about him?
Well, he wasn't the water Dothraki that
I really thought it was going to be Water Dothraki.
But I mean, I think he played a good brooding character, which is what I liked about the Aquaman,
Yeah.
not the cartoon Justice League Aquaman.
Yeah.
The,
Do you actually talk to fish?
Yeah, exactly.
Water does.
And it was the score. I like that a lot too. It was really nice, and some of the battle scenes, they didn't overdo the slow mo. It was like just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
you heard like at least one bar of Wonder Woman's battle theme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
just
little
one,
bar
just
there, yeah.
one bar, unfortunately. Yeah.
So we were worried, Lance, about. I know there's a lot of concern here about the water. Was it going to look weird? What did you think about the water? Did you like the water?
I didn't mind it. I didn't understand why you needed to. Like, we got to talk. Let's form a bubble so we can communicate between
Well, maybe
the two.
they can't talk underwater. Maybe they do.
Well, they're telepathic, aren't they?
No,
Yeah, I don't
they're
know. Not really.
See, Dawn and I talked about that on the way up here. I actually liked that they made the bubble because for non-comic fans, they're going to be sitting there and them talking completely underwater. He's half human, so it would sound like
Right, exactly.
And so
absolutely.
I actually kind of liked the
Yeah, I
fact
thought
that
it
they
was
made
cool.
the little meeting
I liked
in
the
the
way
bubble.
they did
and-
Mara and her powers.
That was the biggest
Yeah.
question I had going into the movie. How are they going to handle the underwater scenes, and then to do an entire Aquaman movie like that? I think they handled
It'll
it
be
really
challenging to see how they do it all, but I thought the effects looked good with the wavy hair and the way they were moving.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that was clearly cut in the final cut. It was only like 3 minutes long.
I think you'll see the full cut in the when they release it.
Well. Yeah, I'm a huge mark for Mara. We didn't get enough Mara.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
All right, sorry, Lance,
Lance,
we interrupted you.
any more?
No, I think I'm good.
I thought the scene with Superman was really cool.
Yeah.
Whenever he first comes back and the cops are just kind of hanging out in the background.
They had to kill those cops.
Yeah, gotta kill those cops out. Just like,
It made it seem like
They know too much.
It was good.
Yep.
so we're just saying what we like.
No,
Spoiler.
it's just
whatever.
anything, whatever you
Just-
want. Just some spoilerish reviews of things in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said before, I think just too much was cut. I love the scene that she's talked about. The Flash scene was great. Flash was great. Cyborg will really surprise me. I don't give a shit about Cyborg, but this movie made me care about Cyborg, and I thought he was really strong.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
He was cool.
I'm just gonna go through really fast. Got a lot of thoughts. Batman was great. Henry Cavill. If you did not like Henry Cavill before, you're gonna love him now. This was a funny.
If you don't like his abs, you're gonna love him now.
You know, I was obviously in a minority. I love Batman vs Superman, the extended cut. I thought Henry Cavill here was definitely people will love him.
Did you like when Flash saved 4 people and he was saving?
Absolutely, that
whole
was
building?
great. And yeah, I love that, and I love the scene with Aquaman and the Lasso of Truth. I thought that was funny.
That was a
And,
really good scene.
Like Todd mentioned, as you guys know, tone is a big issue for me. I thought the tone was just perfect, and at the end, when Superman cracks that joke, when he's like, "Oh, I wish I was dead," it was perfect because they both started laughing. Like, it felt very natural.
It felt like they finally gelled as a team.
They didn't
Exactly.
over-joke it for you then.
Exactly. I didn't like how Steppenwolf died or got defeated. That was kind of lame and
Yeah.
anticlimactic. And the movie is definitely, the pace is just way too fast, and the editing sometimes is very confusing and poor.
So you're thinking the director's cut will be a lot better?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Well, I honestly believe that they were so scared of that backlash of Batman vs Superman was too long,
Yeah.
and people complained how long it was, and I think they really got worried at the end. Like, all right, we got a 2-hour and 45-minute movie. Like, I think they panicked. Like, we're not going to do it. We got to cut it down to 2 hours. That way, people aren't going to.
Do you think it was that, or do you think it was so they can get more showings in a day?
Both, probably both.
Maybe a little bit of both. I think there was some worry,
But it was
about-
studio interference, and when a studio interferes with a director's vision,
Yeah, I know.
that always ruins a film. And it
You always have to
absolutely
remember there was
did
2
here.
directors in this movie, the 2, so there was probably a lot of like.
Oh, don't you agree though that gelled well? Actually, I didn't notice like any scenes that were Whedon
I
or
think
anything.
I
No,
can
I
tell
didn't
stuff
either.
Josh Whedon did though.
Really?
Oh yeah, I
that-
think a few of the Batman jokes were definitely Whedon-esque.
the jokes, but not the shooting. Like it looked
Not the
the
shooting.
same. Like the
No,
tone and the
no.
film and the quality, it all looked the same.
But it was much again.
consistent.
It was much brighter than.
But those
than-
two have similar styles.
And they're friends, so I don't think Josh
Yeah.
Whedon was going to be like, "I'm going to ruin your movie. I'm better than you."
Right.
I think he's like, "This is my buddy.
Your
I'm going to
daughter-
help him out
yeah.
and
Well,
kind of do as much."
and they
justice
only
as I
reshot
can."
20%.
But I think they cut a lot of stuff.
Well, they,
Oh, yeah.
they cut a ton, but from what they from reshoots, technically, I heard it was only 20% of the finished product.
Yeah, that sounds about
There's,
right.
So-
there's a few
What?
key things in the trailer that we don't see.
Yes.
And there's that leaked shot of Henry Cavill with the longer hair and the stubble and the
Yeah.
blacks. Like
And
the
I never knew if
regeneration
that was
suit.
ever really true or not.
I don't know. I mean, it looks legit.
Well,
but
well,
who
clearly
knows?
Superman's recovery takes more than a day. They're there for a little bit while he heals up.
Yeah.
So maybe a day or two, and that's not covered in the film. Clearly, that was cut.
Yeah.
And the way it's edited, back to that poor editing, it cuts back to the Justice League trying to survive the night.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Superman's recovering for over a day.
But wait a minute, wasn't there a spot where it said a year later?
No.
No. I'm talking about in the film when Superman and Lois go to the farm, right?
Right.
And to recover.
Oh, okay, after
Meanwhile,
that,
the Justice League is trying to survive the night, as they say.
Yeah.
And it goes back to Superman already to a different day. So the editing was poorly
Yeah.
done over there.
All right,
But
Rob.
I like the some of the subtle nods. You heard about the wind-up penguins.
Right.
Yeah,
The
that's
original
right.
wind-up
Yeah,
penguins.
absolutely.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I think there was a few nods that I would have liked to have seen. Like they could have discussed. Barry could have discussed with his dad a little bit more about how he was innocent.
Yeah.
Seeing something that the night it happened, that would have been pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I also think that Barry's interaction with Superman, like.
Yes.
We'll talk about it, I'm sure, but their race.
the race.
race.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Him,
Yeah. Two races,
we
technically.
talked about, he caught him when they were trying to stop him, but then when they were saving the people and he saved the building rather than just the
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
he was beside him, and I
It
thought
was
their
good.
interaction was really cool.
Yeah.
No, about nods. When they showed that Lex had escaped, didn't you think that one of the prisoners was Cobblepot?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why'd you think one of the prisoners was?
He was the way he was walking and
I missed
and
it.
his body shape was just like.
Okay.
I'll have to look for that next time.
Yep, gonna have to
Yeah.
see it again now.
We'll
definitely
dive
see
more
that.
into the cutscenes here in a minute.
Yeah.
How about you?
All right. Well, I thought that some of the characters. I don't know. That's gonna be tough. So
Talk through it.
I liked some characters a lot, and then those characters I didn't care about. And I felt like it kind of lacked a whole kind of feel that the Justice League has for me. Like, I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I think he's great. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, great. I liked the Flash Kid. His lightning wasn't annoying. Aquaman's constant fall scenes in the previews wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It turned out to be he was okay.
It didn't hurt you as much. Huh?
No,
You didn't mind the You didn't mind that.
Actually, none of that took me out of it.
Yeah.
But Batman, for some reason, he really has been taking me out of this, like the feel of the movie.
He bothers you that much.
Yeah.
I think this is
So
Mindy
weird.
getting to you because Mindy hates him so much.
No, I didn't mind him in Batman versus Superman. I actually enjoyed him. I don't know if it's to me like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like a Batman. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't want my Batman to be already been being Batman for 20 years, like he said.
Well,
like he's like at the end of his career. Like I want this Justice League in the prime.
He's the old man of the group. Yeah.
He's the Dark Knight Returns Batman.
And he doesn't fit on a team. That's what bothers me. You can't have Frank Miller's bulky big
But see, I don't
Batman.
think he's as bad as Frank Miller's bulky Batman. That Batman's really crazy and really hardcore.
I think
and
visually for me, that's what I
like
see.
an apocalyptic world, and
It's what I see. I think it's me seeing that constantly is making.
he's the
me,
experienced one out of the whole group.
and I don't like it.
I don't mind an experienced Batman, but the thick ass Batman logo on the bat signal, it looks like a goddamn rhombus.
But the second suit looked better. The bat symbol on the second suit looked a lot better.
Yeah, but when they're shining a light in the sky, you can't tell that's a goddamn
Actually,
bat.
but the bat symbol looked like a big batarang they just stuck on the search light.
I like him and
His
Alfred
Batarang
together.
looked better than he's like.
Yeah.
I don't mind
I
them
like him and
together.
Alfred. I like their interaction.
Absolutely, that was
You know,
really.
I don't
Jeremy
know.
Irons nailed it
Alfred's
again
great.
with the humor.
And J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon was really good. I like Superman and Batman at the end the way they were talking. I like the, I like
don't.
Bruce
I
and
don't
Clark.
not like you.
Yeah, I love it. It's like that's the best you're gonna get from Bruce Wayne. It's like I don't not like you.
Or no, the part where he's like, "Well, I just bought the bank."
I can see what Ken said.
No,
Though.
I
you're
understand.
at the end, but Barry's at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's just
understand.
got the job.
I mean,
so-
this was our worry when we knew they signed him and we said he's 44 years old.
How old is Ben
Yeah.
Affleck?
We
He's
were-
44.
Yeah, we were like, this is going to be a problem because he's older and he's experienced and he's been around and it's going to be a different.
I
feel.
enjoy that they dated Batman, so you can actually kind of see, and if they want to go back and tell like a history of him before the Justice League. But I just want I feel like I feel like at some point in time during these movies to make it feel like it's got any kind of real weight to the story. Sometime he's going to die. Darkseid's going to kill him with blasts, and he's going to
Well, I mean, if you read newsofraw.com,
he's
every
done.
goddamn day,
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's leaving the
done.
project.
He wants to find a nice way to go
and
out.
he wants to find a nice way to leave,
done.
and then he's back in. Then he's leaving, then he's back in.
I don't care about that.
So
I don't
they're
pay
always,
attention
they're
to
always
that.
willing to get rid of him one way or the other.
He will
or
be
something.
gone. I would say. I think he has 2 more films in him, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I also don't want. I wanted someone not to do the Marvel DC comparison. All the guys that signed up for Marvel
absolutely.
movies knew what they were getting into.
Absolutely.
And I feel like Warner Brothers threw money at guys for short-term splashes to get these things off the ground.
and I think he's going to be
disagree with.
around.
I think the whole cast is going to be around, and I think Ben Affleck can go for another, if he wants to,
I
for
think
another
he
10
will.
years.
I think
Look
he
at Tom
will.
Cruise. Tom Cruise is 56 years old.
Yeah,
and
but
he's
Tom
still doing
Cruise
action scenes.
drains his blood and worships Satan or some shit. He knows what he
It's
does.
Xenu, get it right.
Ben Affleck.
Volcanoes.
I'm with Dawn.
L.
I
Ron
love
Hubbard.
this Ben
Volcanoes.
Affleck
Yes.
as Batman.
Cybernetics.
We're having 3 conversations.
Yeah, I know.
It's bound to happen.
I was, yeah.
No, I enjoy him as Batman.
Me too.
I like, not only do I like him, but I like all his gadgets too. I think his planes, his cars, all that stuff is
Yeah.
really.
For Batman, he's got a lot of guns.
He's got a lot of guns. I like it. I like with the guns
Me
and,
too.
and all that stuff.
And
Did anyone think the troop transport looked like a Pelican from Halo?
I
was
thought
different.
it reminded me of the
Or the aliens dropship?
the aliens dropship. Yeah, the aliens dropship.
The
yeah.
aliens dropship a lot. Hey, Lance finally got one. Do we all- Hey,
Everyone got. There we go.
So let's talk the cutscenes real quick.
That's what.
Let me interrupt one more.
Alright, go ahead.
Nobody talked about Wonder Woman at all in this.
Because she was
I just
fantastic.
said
she
What's there to
was
say?
absolutely fantastic.
I
was
said that
amazing.
she was great.
It's wonderful.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I read a review where somebody said they ruined Wonder Woman. Everything that they did in Wonder Woman, they ruined in this.
No,
I'm like, she was fantastic.
Was absolutely
The only,
fantastic.
the only negative I gotta say about Wonder Woman is she goes to the old bracelet clash.
She does.
It's her
Yeah.
go-to.
Yeah, it's her go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it though.
It works a
The
lot.
only thing related to Wonder Woman that I didn't really care for is
Upskirt shots.
No, I love that.
Those were great.
In the bank scene in the beginning when all the hostages are lined up and she's just like scooting down like blocking all the
Couldn't
bullets.
see any of it.
I like that. I liked it. It was cool.
I don't know. It was
So-
a little too over the top. for
She's
me.
not Flash.
No. But it
Yeah.
was more like 1940s Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like the bank scene.
was great.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool.
The scene when they show you Bruce and Barry getting out of the car, and they zero in right on her ass.
Yes, I noticed that.
And my wife was like, "How many times do you have to see her ass?" I said, "Jason Momoa hasn't had a shirt on this whole movie."
Yeah.
Shut up. I said, "All right, I don't want to hear it."
You've got Jason, and then you've got Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he was a shirt off for what, 10 minutes in that movie? I'm like,
Yeah.
what a shirt on, Superman?
Just
Come on.
brooding Superman without a shirt.
Brooding
on.
without
Giant
it. I really
pecs.
liked how when he came back, I think that was really cool the way they showed you just how much more powerful he is than all of them.
Right.
Where he really wasn't trying hard and was messing them all
Oh
up
my God, he
with
was
ease.
destroying them.
You
that
know
was
what
like
I mean?
Injustice Superman.
It was
Like,
cool. It was cool the way
Well,
they did it.
And the first time he throws Bruce against that car, I leaned over to Ken. I was like, "Well, Bruce is dead."
Yeah.
And I love when he picked him up and he's just angry. Like you could tell how easily he could have beaten him in Batman vs Superman had he actually tried. He could have defeated him so quick.
I saw a thing where someone said, "I don't like the cheesy line he said to him because he said, 'Do you bleed?'" I thought that was cool.
I thought that was a cool
It was,
callback.
it was a throwback to what
it's a
he
great
said to
callback.
him.
He was
It's one of the
angry.
last thing he remembers. You know.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. My thing is that, like, okay, you remember that, but there was another 10 minutes of fight scenes against Doomsday that you don't say anything about. Like,
Well, it was just something he focused on. Like, I think if Doomsday was there, he would have went right to him and been like continued fighting.
Yeah.
But instead, it was like familiarity. Like, you tried to kill me last time. You know, you're gonna get it.
I wish that we would have had a long-haired Batman that
Long-haired Superman.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
What mullet
Or hey,
Superman?
everybody got mullets.
I do think.
And he really kicked Steppenwolf's.
Oh my God! And I'm glad that he wasn't the one.
Shit out of him.
And I'm glad
easily.
that he didn't just come in and save the day. I like that still, even after he came in, he went to save people
Yeah.
while Wonder Woman and Aquaman's, beat the
Still
shit
had
out
a
of
good
him.
fight.
I thought that was key because that's Superman, where he was like,
I
innocent
gotta save
people.
people.
He's like,
Yep.
innocent people are in danger. I'm out.
Yeah, they made a point to course correct that from
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Well, you haven't
Yep.
seen the expanded cut of Batman vs Superman.
Well,
that is in the extended cut.
They
Where
went
he
that,
just
yeah, they
rapes a
started
bunch
going
of
that way
girls.
in that movie, but it's definitely the heaviest criticism that Man of Steel
Yeah, absolutely.
received. So
Yeah,
that's,
he was good.
I'm tired of hearing about the great extended cuts of DC movies because it pisses me off because I don't watch them. So why am I slighted for it?
But
Now I have to
it's-
go.
but it's not-
I have to go hunt down extra footage.
There you
Why
go.
don't they just put
You
it
don't
in
have to hunt
the
it down. It's right on a
It's
DVD.
right on the DVD.
I have to hunt it down. I don't know where
It's the
where
only
do you buy
DVD that's
DVDs
it's the
at?
only DVD that's available.
Ken, you can borrow mine.
I don't have a
You don't
DVD
wanna
player.
watch
Well, really, there's only 2 extended cuts, and the Suicide Squad extended cut is complete bullshit.
If the
so-
extended cut was a cooking show, Ken would watch it.
Damn right. I would.
The extended cut of Batman vs Superman was done again because studio interference, and this one will have
I'm
a studio
sorry,
cut
Flash.
again
You
because
have
studio
been
interference.
chopped.
Let's talk about.
If this extended cut was on TV, then I could just watch it
Yeah.
or on Netflix or
just-
something.
It might be.
I just wanted to say one final thing. I did really like the
Don't say a
Lois.
final thing. We got a lot more to say.
The Lois reunion with Clark and his mom was
good.
very heartfelt.
Yeah, it was really
very
good.
very well done.
I think it shows that Bruce made a great statement where it's like he chose to be human.
Yeah.
He's more human than I.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I,
that was great.
I enjoyed that
He had a
part.
job. He lived a life.
Yeah.
He had a,
And
he
it's
had a
almost
wife.
kind of a wink at the Martha scene because a lot of people didn't understand. It's a stupid scene, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people didn't understand it. And I think that's what Batman
It was
learned.
Batman's coming around.
Yeah.
He didn't trust him, and then he tried to fight
Yeah,
him, and then he was
absolutely.
like, "He's more human than
Yeah.
me."
And that's
He's
why he
good.
needed to be lead. He needs to lead the team
Yeah.
because he's actually the most human out of all.
Yeah.
Well, but there's also a recall from the first
Total
opening,
recall.
the opening scene when the kids are doing their little video blog and
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
Superman
Oh, yeah.
questions.
if we're going to talk about that scene,
Oh.
anybody else notice the CGI lip?
Well,
Because
everything
of his
looked-
mustache. Yeah.
I
It
didn't
stood out
notice it.
so bad.
Yeah,
to me.
I noticed that.
I didn't notice it at all.
I felt a lot of this movie looked like I was telling Justin this. Like it looked weirdly CGI'd at spots.
Some
Where it's like
spots.
it's like, oh
Some
hi,
spots.
I'm Wonder Woman, and it's like weirdly depth perception green screen background.
You know
I thought
what?
some of the
fake.
Steppenwolf Amazon scene in the beginning, some of those were a little.
I thought for the most part it was pretty good. I thought I had the same problem though, like you just mentioned that I had a problem with Thor Ragnarok that so much of that real actors you could see they were just on the green screen, and I felt some scenes in here was the same case. You
Yeah.
could see they're not actually there. But since we just saw Thor and that didn't bother me a whole lot there, it didn't really bother me a whole lot here either.
Where I think the difference between Thor and this movie is this takes place on Earth, where you can I think suspend
some disbelief.
some disbelief on other planets.
Yeah.
That's
Because
fair. Yeah,
it's
that's fair.
Because
yeah.
it's so they try to make it so Kirby-esque with the bright colors
Yes.
of
yeah,
the
but
Game
you can
Master
make
world.
sets out of anything. I mean, you can make sets out
but
of
I think
everything.
it wasn't as obvious with those backgrounds. It was to this because they're green screening backgrounds of houses and
I will say there was some unnecessary green screen. Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's where I think the two might blur, but that's...
Again, yeah, it's definitely. I
'Cause
don't know if it's just a
yeah.
thing now that now we're just noticing it since we see so many films. But yeah, it's the second film in a row that I notice it, and I'm like, this is kind of obvious.
Yeah.
So let's talk post-credit scenes.
Did anyone
someone
else
got something? All right, go ahead.
Did anyone else think that
No.
Steppenwolf? Did anyone else think that Steppenwolf looked like one of the locusts from Gears of War?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't look like a locust.
Look at the skin tones. They look
I mean,
exactly the
kind
same.
of.
They've got that same like luminescent gray.
Yeah.
He didn't bother me. I liked him. I thought some of his scenes, some of the faces he makes,
Okay.
the CGI looked a little more.
Explain to me the mother box thing, because I'm still confused about it. What was he trying to become a new god?
He wanted... I think the whole point of the... I don't read his DC as much as others.
I mean, I do, and I don't know.
So I think what he was trying to do is use the combined power of the mother boxes to terraform Earth into Apokolips.
Yes.
And I don't know why he kept calling to Mother of Horrors. I'm not sure if that's a Granny Goodness reference.
I'm confused as well.
Well,
Yeah.
you remember in Batman vs Superman, there's like that big Omega symbol in the sand, and the Earth is all changed.
Darkseid.
I think he's
Well, he
like
said
you
it.
said again he's terraforming it for the coming of Darkseid.
But he mentioned something about new gods. He's like, he will send to power, and then he will join the new gods.
Yeah.
Well,
I
because they
think
mentioned that he was in exile, and I think this was his mission to get back in the
With
good
good graces with Darkseid, yeah.
is come in, take over this world, get the mother boxes back. They expanded the mother box technology more, where a lot of people just use them as transports and different things like that.
tubes.
Where they
Yeah.
made them almost like the cosmic cubes from
Yeah.
Transformers, where you put them together and things happen.
Well, but I mean that's.
And there's only 3 of them.
That's movie stuff.
So are there
But
more?
I mean, but in,
on,
but
like,
in,
New
in
Genesis
reality,
and-
I
not
would say-
reality, but
apparently,
in canon they
I
are.
think everybody
a
just-
lot more than just the boom tube.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
trying to stop multiple conversations.
Yeah, what were you saying, Todd?
I was just saying. I mean, it seemed like they made it a point to say that there's only 3. Are there
On
more?
Earth.
Yeah. So are there more on New
I would
Genesis
imagine so.
and Apokolips? And are we going to see like the boom tube effect? They didn't really do boom tube.
I thought the way they did the boom tubes was good. The way they
At the
come down
end.
and they would go through them
Yeah.
and all that. You would
It
hear
did look a little bit like the Rainbow Bridge, but that's.
You would hear a little pop, and then they would go through it. You know.
I do like that Cyborg said "booyah."
Yeah.
Nobody appreciated that.
Yeah, I
know,
like
I
it. That's
did.
his line.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming before I saw the movie.
Ah, did you?
It was one of the snippets of a review that I read.
So who has something else before we get to my next topic?
So clearly, Darkseid is the one that boom tubed those other.
Yes,
all the-
absolutely.
all the-
Off.
yeah.
Which I imagine there will be some scene down the road where he's sort of punishing him for, or destroys him.
He did say
Or just
Darkseid.
lets the parody.
Right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the
he
becoming
said
of
it.
But
Darkseid. Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys feel also like we felt that the way he was defeated was very anticlimactic?
Well, it was anticlimactic, but they kicked his ass. He didn't have any more chance because Superman was there. He wasn't going to be able to tackle Superman. And then he was not afraid of anyone on Earth at all. Like, that was
But
his
then
thing.
he feels fear, and all of a sudden his troops
Well, I think
turn
he-
on
I
him.
But
think-
remember, the real reason he hadn't come back yet is because the son of Krypton was still on Earth.
Yeah.
That's a line they cut from. We were
They
talking
did
about
cut
that,
from the
they took
trailer,
it out.
yes,
and
you're
I
right.
think it should have
So
been
you
there.
have
No
no Green
lanterns.
There,
and
there was no
no
one there that
Kryptonians.
was going to stop him. You're all puny. You're all pathetic. And then when he was like,
I'm afraid.
shit, like, I don't think I'm going to win here. I think they sniffed it out of him a little bit. Like, oh, he's a little bit, like, afraid. He ain't gonna win. He's not going to win Darkseid's
Oh,
favor.
I just realized it because he turned innocent people into parademons. They're his slaves,
Yeah.
and they finally saw weakness in him.
Well, that was the thing with the smell of fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, again, I felt almost a little bit Marthy, where the
Marthy.
where the intent of the scene isn't conveyed very well. But once you think about it,
Yeah.
They
talk
set it
about
up, but yeah, I don't know.
I would
don't
bet
know if
you
it was
at anything there's a scene when they finally show Darkseid, him Omega beaming him for failing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
getting rid of him completely.
I honestly don't think that we're going to see any Darkseid stuff for a while. I think it's now going to
Darkseid's
be...
like
Well,
phase 3, like
so-
the
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
to segue into the...
Segue into the cutscenes. Okay, segue into. Let's tackle the first one easily first. The race I thought was great. They
Awesome.
do that in everything. They've done it in the cartoon. They've done it in the comics.
better than it was with Supergirl and Flash. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but Superman cheats. He shouldn't fly.
Yeah, well, that's how.
Well, no, I mean he always does fly.
I thought it was good. Did you like the race?
Yeah.
There was 2 races technically.
Them talking and them like what's the stakes and all that. It was
Which coast?
Superman and Barry the thing and all that. That was good.
I did notice though in that cutscene, if you looked at Barry's suit, it was like rubber banded, like the armor pieces were like rubber banded together.
The more
I didn't notice it.
in the movie, the more he used the suit, you see the more that he was there was more gum bands and stuff.
I think his suit will be better. You saw Cyborg's suit look better.
I'll talk about suits in a minute.
Well, I thought Cyborg's suit when they showed him in that end
Yeah,
scene,
it was awesome.
That's more comic book
Yeah,
looking because I
absolutely.
thought why is it so bumpy and ridgy? Then it was all smooth and armored
like
up. I
that
thought
a
it
lot.
looked nice. I think Flash will have a much better cool suit.
And again, about
Moving forward.
Cyborg, we don't talk about a whole lot about him, but man, that guy was awesome in the film.
He was
I thought
great.
He was really good.
I love the way they did him in the beginning, how he was walking around and confused and all that.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Okay.
The thing about him is he's a classically trained stage actor. So this guy
Oh, really?
this guy is like top of the line actor.
It's a good thing he doesn't have to be in any scenes. He's all CGI.
So, but I mean, from
But he conveyed
the way he
walked around,
conveys
he had a
emotion,
he conveyed so much by saying so little, and I think
Yeah.
that's a testament to
He
his
was good.
performance.
Yeah.
And he was
To make me care for a character that I never cared about.
And he wasn't jokey. I mean, a character that goes through that almost,
yeah, he's
Well,
scarred.
I hope
doesn't really know what he is. His powers are changing constantly.
Yeah.
And
I hope it
the
brings
whole
the,
thing's he's
the
dead.
character some love because I'm a Cyborg fan, where a lot of people aren't, and a lot of people shit on him for no reason, and I think he's great.
I think
so
he gets a lot of love. It's just that he's more associated with the Teen Titans. You've got the Teen Titans Go.
he graduated. He's up with the big boys.
He's still
now.
on the Teen
Where-
Titans Go cartoon.
Nah, that
though.
cartoon sucks.
It's like
Wait, besides Grid, who are the Cyborg villains?
Nah,
Grid.
yeah, there's not really a lot.
Well, they
I-
totally set up for Grid to
Deathstroke.
be because they were saying he's like I don't know what's going on. It automatically
Yeah, good point. I didn't catch
They're
that.
totally going to do a Grid. That's going to be his.
That's a
villain.
good catch. Yeah.
Right? So the
It's 'cause
second,
I'm smart.
the second cutscene, Lex Luthor escaping, Deathstroke. I thought Deathstroke looked really cool.
he does
Yes.
it cool.
And I thought Lex Luthor on the boat with Deathstroke putting together a Legion of Doom or Injustice Society. I think that's fantastic.
They gotta have the Darth Vader head that rises out of the swamp, though.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they're going to call himself. Now, Justin brought up a good point.
So my thought on this is from now on, at the end of each of these movies, they're going to do almost that exact same
Different
cutscene
villain every single
that
time.
he's collecting a new villain every single
I mean,
that's
time.
gonna be
Aquaman's
Justice
next.
League
Black
2.
Manta could
Black
definitely
Manta.
be in there.
I don't know if they're going to if they're going to come to Justice League, if they're going to be the main one for Justice League 2. They might go beyond Justice League 2.
I would think
because
that
I
they'd
would-
be Justice League 2, and if they can something happens and
I would like Darkseid for
They'll
Justice
have
League
to.
2.
I think you wait till 3 for Darkseid.
Or
Are these guys even going to be in it that long?
who
Back
are your,
to Ken's
who are your
point.
heavy hitters that are on the level of Dark? Like Brainiac?
Brainiac, absolutely.
well, I mean,
yeah.
if you're doing in Justice League or Legion of Doom, if Lex Luthor somehow gets Kryptonian alien technology, which could be in that ship, could be the
I think
Brainiac.
Doomsday is going to come back.
Yeah.
I think that's how they're going
Oh,
to
I
bring
don't want him
Doomsday
to
back.
be Doomsday. Like, there's
No.
so many cool
he
villains.
could have
got
Brainiac
Grodd.
in there. Grodd is
Grodd,
a lot.
Grodd will be
yeah.
a Flash movie villain.
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold.
Solomon
the
Grundy.
Joker.
The
I
toy-
mean,
Toy
the toy
Master.
master.
Right, but who are
The
your
toy master.
who are
They're
your
not gonna
A level that
Sinestro.
require the entire Justice League?
Sinestro.
the Joker.
Jesus.
Not the Joker. Joker's
not?
Batman. I mean, you got Brainiac. You got Darkseid.
Ares.
Bizarro.
Well, there's
Cheetah.
the Riddler and
He's talking about one
I'm
focal-
talking about
Yeah.
not
guy.
on the team. Obviously,
I'm
all those
sorry.
guys are gonna be on the team. But
Yeah.
who are the guys that can carry a movie and fight the Justice League?
Like
on their
having
own?
an Ultron. Yeah, you
Oh,
could do,
on their own.
You
Brainiac.
could do Brainiac.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Zod's not alive anymore. Doomsday is who knows what.
Annoying.
Well,
Yeah.
Mongol.
Yeah, War World and all that. You could do that.
Bring the Black Mercy in, and then
Yes.
You could also do you could do things with like the Thanagarians.
Yeah, he
or
mentioned that
different
earlier.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, they kind of did that with the Justice League cartoon
Yeah.
where they brought them in at the end of
That'd
the
be a
second
good way of
season.
introducing the Hawks
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
realm and
Yeah.
all that.
Hawk and Dove.
I did like the nod at the end where what's he say? 6 seats, but room for more.
Yeah, room for more.
Now the
yeah.
Deathstroke thing, I thought he looks great. My only puzzling thing is why did they have to die? And I don't know his last name, but
Joe Manganiello.
Joe
Joe
Manganiello.
Manganiello. His hair naturally is the perfect Slade hair, but instead they kind of dyed him to. have
Slade
the
has all white hair though.
Yeah, maybe I'm just too used to the arrow.
You're
look.
too used to the
I'm
arrow
too used to
hockey
the
pad
arrow.
guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
temple.
Whatever.
Just
I
the
like the
temples
arrow.
were
Slade
good.
is all
Hey,
gray hair.
Slade is great in the arrow.
I know,
Don't shit
but he
on
looks
him.
good. I liked him. Ken
Yeah.
doesn't like. Now, Ken, have your rant about armor. Go ahead.
Well, first, before I say that, I had to laugh because I was standing next to your dad in the hallway during the scene. He goes, "Oh, why'd Deadpool show up here?" And I was like,
Your mom asked me the same question.
"Damn
And then I had to
again."
explain him that Deadpool comes from that guy, so that's why they look so similar.
Awesome.
So here's my
You're like,
problem.
loser.
I started I caught myself from doing this diatribe of explaining why it happens.
Well, you didn't just believe him that it was Deadpool?
Let me just say, before you start, it looks like he just walked off the game Arkham Origins.
Yes.
Like, if you guys ever seen Arkham Origins, it looks like he just like walked out of that cinematic.
When I saw him coming off that boat with the swords, I was
Oh,
like,
yes.
that's
I told
cool.
Todd, I was like, there you go, I told you,
that's
Deathstroke.
cool.
Yep. Anyways, go ahead.
So here's my problem with this movie, and a lot of the look of the characters, like Flash and Cyborg and Deathstroke, DC loves pointed armor, and it bothered me. Like, Cyborg looked disjointed at times and
He
weird.
did. That's
and
why I thought he looked so much better at the end.
And he's like spiky and ridged at parts.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, Deathstroke. He takes his mask off, and for some reason, his eye patch sticks out like a point.
His eye patch always sticks out.
But not like it looks like someone put a shard of Eclipso gem in his eye, and it just looks so strange.
I thought it was recessed.
Yeah,
It looked dumb.
It looked.
It could be on recess. I think it's stupid.
It doesn't need to be. It just
I think it looked great.
Yeah.
I think it looked great.
I love the swords. I love everything about
Lex's look.
Lex
I
was
know.
fine.
I like
too.
Lex. I like him as Lex too.
I do
didn't
too.
care I didn't care for him in Batman vs Superman, but
He looked good there.
in that one scene he was fine. And
If he shows up with some kind of armor like he has in the thing, it'd be fantastic.
Giant armor man.
armor.
Or Iron Man armor.
It'd be great.
The green suit that he wears of armor, the Kryptonian
It's so
armor
silly
stuff,
looking, but
it's great.
Where his head's
Yeah,
out.
it's absolutely
It's
great.
got to look like just the way Ed McGuinness draws it, where it's all weirdly bubbled and it's just it's great.
Yeah, I think I liked it. I think people are going to be upset. Oh, he's back as Lex Luthor, but get over it.
Yeah.
He's
I
fine.
wish the Joker would have been there with him too, though.
I thought
that would have been a good.
I think
they
the
might
laughing,
recast.
I think the laughing, the old guy laughing at the end is a nod. to
Joker
it.
gas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It would have been cool to see him sitting there like on the couch too, or something like that. You know.
I think they might recast that, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I actually didn't mind Leto as Joker.
the only thing I didn't like about him really was all the tattoos.
Yeah, the tattoos are the worst part. And he was
He was the gangster.
he wasn't given good material to work with. And I think with a good director, Leto could impress.
Yeah.
It left me excited at the end.
But
I like that.
Yeah, Joe's casting as Deathstroke, perfection.
He's the guy I wanted as Batman from the
He's-
beginning.
He's always been
They
known
call him
as
Don
Ben
Bjorn, he's
Affleck.
Batman.
Don
But
Bjorn is
he's
Batman.
also just as old as Ben Affleck.
He
so you'd have
went
the same-
for it, and they were like, he was petitioning for it. I was all behind it, and then when he didn't get it, when they found out it was Justin pinged me in that article, was like, yeah, he's gonna play Deathstroke. Like that's as close as we'll
It's
get to
perfect.
him being
It's pretty
Batman.
perfect.
That's excellent casting.
But as a consolation prize, he gets to go home to Sofia Vergara.
He does.
Yes, he does in her delicious
Amen.
breasts.
Amen.
I gotta say, if they ever do recast Batman, I know that in Humans, it is what it is. But the guy who plays Black Bolt has
Yeah.
a very good Bruce Wayne look to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I think Inhumans ruined his chances of even.
Yeah. But he's a good actor, which is a shame.
And the
good.
guy from Stranger Things and the Red Ranger, the rumor that he.
Oh my God! If his
For-
Dick Grayson,
Yeah, as
Nightwing,
like Dick Grayson. I think that's
yes,
perfect casting.
That's incredible casting. I wouldn't mind seeing him as Batman if he becomes the new Batman.
I've always wanted to see Batman with other superheroes instead of just like
Me too.
in these Souls movies. So I was really happy to see him with this, but now I want to see him with some of his Bat people now.
Yes, absolutely. We want to see a Bat
Yeah,
family.
I want to see some Bat family
I think
people.
he would be a better Batman Beyond.
Who? You mean Red Ranger?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He looks so good for Dick Grayson. I
He
think
does.
he just
He
looks
does.
perfect.
I think he would be.
That guy
better.
screams.
He's
Dick
got some
Grayson.
angst to him, though. I think he's more of a
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd.
He doesn't, but he's not very angsty in Power Rangers.
No, but I think he was very angsty in Stranger
Well,
Things.
that was his role, but in Power
But I
Rangers,
enjoyed it. I think
He
between
could
the
be a
two
Jason
roles.
yeah,
Todd.
he could be both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's the blue eyes that really sells on the Dick Grayson. But
have we ever determined which Dick Grayson was killed from Batman v Superman?
not Jason
When
Todd.
Robin was killed.
When
Or
Robin was
sorry.
killed?
Yeah,
you don't
Jason
know how
Todd.
many Robins there even.
I think it's
been.
probably Jason
It
Todd.
probably was. Yeah. I mean,
If they're doing the Joker killed him or whatever by writing
Then it's
on
Jason
it,
Todd.
then it's Jason Todd.
Okay.
I mean, there's clearly no Damian Wayne. I don't think he doesn't
Yeah, they
exist
probably
here.
don't have that yet.
Tim Drake may or may not exist. I think Jason Todd and Dick Grayson
I'm
definitely
sure
do
they'll
exist.
get more in that, but I want to see him with some of these other people and see how he vibes.
Get
with that.
get Batwoman in there. You
I
know,
almost feel like if they do a Robin, like they'll probably have established Dick Grayson, but if they do a Robin in a present day set Batman movie, it'll be Carrie Kelly.
you think Carrie Kelly because
Just
they wanna
because
nod
of the way they're
nod.
going with Batman's characterization.
I would like just him not to have a Robin in the next film. I just
I've
the
always
Bat
liked a Robin.
the Bat family's fine. I just don't want Batman to have a Robin. I think it just be Batman and the Bat family.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a standalone Batman movie and he gets into trouble. All his the
People have to come after him, help him
well,
out.
they're all together and they all hate him, but they realize that they have to save him for some reason.
Yeah, but are we going to include like Batwoman?
Yeah, I think Batwoman should.
It's-
I
it's
think
a-
Batwoman would be
I think
great.
you need to have Clayface.
Isn't
I
a
think you have
Batgirl's
Batwoman.
movie already in the works?
Yeah.
Batwoman?
It's
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Joss
Batgirl.
Whedon and Batgirl,
Joss Whedon's
yeah.
doing
And it's
it,
going to be the Batgirl Burnside. It's going to be that whole new look with the belts and whatever.
I'm fine with that.
I like that
That's the only thing that surprised me in this movie is if he needed this much help, why isn't there any Nightwing or any of these people?
I think
common
he
sense.
realizes that the level of I don't know.
You
Yeah,
think they
I don't
could have
know.
been there a little bit, but
Someone could have been flying the
I gotta say though,
Nightcrawler.
there is a little bit of a
Nightcrawler.
point is that Flash says that he's never been in a fight before. He doesn't do battle, but according to Suicide Squad, he stopped Boomerang.
he just pushed him though.
Yeah, I guess.
He didn't really do much. He just sort of showed up and
Yeah, he says he shows up and pushes people.
pushes people out of the way.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, makes sense.
and does his thing.
I mean,
All right.
the whole thing where he just taps the sword.
That was great. I love that. Yeah, I love that a lot.
I think we're almost ready for ratings now, right?
All right, so do we need to get new rating symbols for the new people?
Yeah, this is going to be hard. We each have our own specialized logo for rating system.
Specialized.
So, I use a white bald head. Lance uses a black bald head. Ken uses a bandana. Justin uses a cheese
wheels.
I'll use Stormtrooper helmets.
Stormtrooper helmet for Adam. What are you going to use?
I don't know, Green Lantern symbol.
A Green Lantern ring.
Ring.
Oh, I guess Batman.
A bat symbol.
You can just sub me. I'll turn my hat around and I'll be Brock. So.
Oh, you're going to use Adam's?
I'll tag in for
Actually,
Brock.
you're going to have the logo.
Logo hat.
Yeah, you're a logo hat. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right, so we're ready to go here. Ken, you want to take us around?
Sure. Do you want me to start?
Start with Rob.
Rob,
I'm gonna give it a
logoed baseball hats.
4 logo baseball.
All right.
All
Out of 5?
Yes.
4 out of 5.
out of
Yes, I'm
17.
sorry. Forgot to give you our system. 4 out of 5 being the highest, none being the worst.
I'll give it 3.5 Stormtrooper helmets.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. Can we do quarters or? Is it
Sure.
have to be
We'll
half?
do whatever.
you want.
I'll do 3.75 Batman.
You know what? Change mine to 3.75. You're making
Don is sitting here like swearing at both of you under his
You're
breath.
just gonna take a Stormtrooper helmet and
Won't have to edit this
What?
goddamn thing. Go ahead,
then 3.75 for me as well.
I'm going to give it 3.5 ebony bald heads.
So you gave Thor Ragnarok 4. You're giving this 3.5? Mm-hmm. Wow, shocking.
You guys should fight.
Wow, we should after.
Bald head's bald head.
Go ahead.
4 cheese wheels.
All right.
I'm gonna say 3.5
3.5.
Green Lantern
Rings.
All right. I'm going 4 1/4.
Yeah. All right.
Kenneth,
3.5 bandanas.
3.5 bandanas.
Really?
You
I'm
heard it here
surprised that
first.
high.
I didn't hate the movie.
You don't have to justify yourself. All right. Well, thank you for everybody for attending and talking. It was a good time. I think we all had fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was all enjoyable.
Thanks
No
for
one
having
walked
us.
away angry or hating it or anything like that. And
That's the
like I
after show.
said, I'm excited to see more from it. So
Yep.
Yeah. The
Exactly.
promise of future movies.
Yeah.
And that's what I think it does well. It sells people to want to see these heroes again come back.
Right.
And
My
that's,
favorite part was the last 10 minutes actually felt like a Justice League movie then.
there you go.
So-
Well, but I mean, one thing we didn't talk about, it is a furtherance of the DCU.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah. Big time.
Big time.
All right.
All right. Please like, share, subscribe, invite, and kiss your mother in the mouth for me.
Bam, 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 bam.